Good everyone, on today's video, and today we have another one of those episodes where I just go over a battle that we had just playing casually. And today we have the Do-217 N-2. I bet this is one you'd never thought you'd see me flying, eh? Well, don't worry, we're going to be covering this aircraft eventually in the Forgotten Planes series, because this thing only has like 5 games played in the last month, one of which might be me. Um, And of course, this is an aircraft notorious for being a bit crap, and it's quite frankly deserved. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but of course, guys on the Discord were thinking, how the hell did Joe manage to pull this off? Luck, nothing more, just luck. So, what are these aircraft overall? Because obviously, I've never covered these aircraft on the channel, but obviously, eventually, we will be doing in the Forgotten Vehicles series. Um, so what's so special about them? Nothing really. These are just heavy fighter conversions of medium bombers. That's all you need to really know. So the Dornier 217 N2 differs, I should say, from the N1 by not having turrets and having the Schrage music. I don't know how you say it because obviously I'm not German and I know Bertie's gonna say something about it. But yeah, it's got upward firing cannon. I do actually attempt to use these to try and get an ace, but I couldn't. I just couldn't get the lead in. But I've already got my trick to try and get these things to work later in the line, obviously once we get around to the Forgotten Vehicle series, and I'm going to go over that briefly. So what's the recommended belts and recommended, well, overall capability of how you should use this thing? Well, first of all, let's go over the belts. Now, of course, in this battle, I'm running Stealth on the 20, Uni on the 792. You want to run Stealth on both. Good reason for that. A lot of people seem to think of the Dornier 217 as being a bomber, which is what it was designed to do. But of course, the N, J, and I think there's another model that is a night fighter in this game. Um, those are the models that were designated as night fighters. This one has obviously the Schrage music, and as a result, it's a little bit harder to get away with due to the aircraft's camouflage. As you can tell, this aircraft has a very obvious camouflage, but the N1, I think you might get away with it more in this, but I'm going to make the same advice for this anyway. The way I got the aircraft to work was to run stealth in both guns. Obviously, in this battle, I'm running uni, but I'm now going to run stealth. Um, and this is really your only hope. You can only force head-ons. That is the only way you're killing something, because trust me, the tail on this thing is crap. It handles like a boss, because obviously this thing is not meant to dogfight. But there is certainly a way of making this aircraft work, and whilst it's very limited, you can force newer players into a false sense of security because they'll think, Dornier 217, I could have sworn that's a bomber. They'll then take a head on and get shredded by, well, 8 guns, 4 7.92 rifle caliber machine guns, and 2 or quad 20mm MG151 cannon. This will most likely work better on the earlier J1 and J2 night fighters, but that's just something I'm going to have to experiment with down the line. But like I said, this thing only has around 5 to 10 games played. This thing has no real games under its belt. I've had it spaded for about 4 years. And I thought, well, what's the funniest way we can go out and help people spade them? Why don't we make a squad of 4 of them? So that's exactly what me and the guys did on the Discord. We all took out Dornier 217, N1, and N2 Night Fighters respectively. So in this battle, we have me, Harry, we have Bertie, and we have Top Text 4199, also known as Joe's Doctor from the Discord. It's a running joke. And this is a short battle because, well, it's a short battle of my contribution, but this is something that we just thought we'll do it for a laugh. So we have me and Harry in N2 Dornier 217s, and also Top Text is in an N2, whilst Bert is the odd one out in the N1 model. There was a lot of banter in the Discord about these aircraft. Now, of course, I haven't flown these things in around 4 years. The last time I did, I flew these things as Grand Pandas. Never really used the Schrage music for anything, just Grand Pandas in these really, because that was the best way to spade them back in the day. But as you're going to see, we're going to get away with a lot of shit. Let's put it that way. So here we have a flight of Spitfires, and I know what you're thinking. Joe, you can't be that dumb. But no, these guys are actually quite blind. And unfortunately, I get a spark right there when it should have been a kill. But this is where I get another Spitfire dropping in on my ass, and this is where this thing has a couple of good characteristics. Number one, it has a very good dive rate. For the size of the thing, it does dive pretty well. And whilst the elevators are not very responsive, same with the ailerons and the rudder, it can still pull out of 400 miles an hour dives quite adequately. So if you need to outrun something, you might be able to. So this is where we're going to meet the main issue with playing these things, and that's people tend to work it out pretty quickly. Spit there decides to avoid me completely. But of course, this is where another Spitfire drops in on my ass, takes out the oil system in my left engine, and now I'm in a power dive, because obviously I'm trying to evade the Spitfire. But this is where this thing also has another party piece. This thing is actually quite tough. As you can see, cannon shells are impacting my aircraft quite horrendously. I'm coming towards Harry, but Harry's pretty much dead at this point. And, well, this is all I can do, really. Obviously, I'm trying to turn to get my guns on the J-22B, and you can just see the controls are not responding. So yeah, this is certainly a boss, and I do not recommend playing this thing in the way that you're currently witnessing. But if you run stealth in both guns, you might just get away with it. Might. So here I'm lining up the J-22B, and that felt satisfying because it's Swedish, kill number 2. But we're not out of the woods yet, we've got a lot more enemy aircraft coming in who want a taste. And at this point I'm picking my target, but obviously I don't know which one to shoot. I'll go for the Spit. There goes him. And I get the P-38 as well for kill number 4. But this is where I try to use the Shraj to take out Alex, but unfortunately I just don't have the lead in. And that's me done. That engine fire has just killed my aircraft. I tried to reverse the aircraft round for a shot at the X-7, but I just do not have control or the power. And eventually the fire spreads, and down I go. Not every day you can see a Dornier 217 doing that, can you? I hope you enjoyed that little one. Obviously this is quite a shorter video than normal, but I couldn't let this slide. Fair enough. I know Harry's gonna say you typically have to show the one where I get slapped, you evil damn Brit. We should have went with the French or something like that. Yes I did, because I know it annoys you and I like to do that. So that's just something I like to do to Harry. But yeah, we will be doing these things eventually in the Forgotten Plains series, so do look forward to that. But yeah, I will admit these things are, well, they have a niche, if I was to use that word. And that niche is very limited, especially in today's War Thunder, where you see a lot of level 100s at lower tiers, because low tier is best here, in my opinion. But yeah, I certainly think this is a aircraft that if you manage to get lucky, you can get games like this. But that's all you rely upon, is luck. And your firepower, because the firepower is insane. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the Dornier 217 N2, and obviously including the N1, and I will catch you all on the next one.